mind. And every sometimes you can forgive things, but you can forget you will not regret. That's why I'm chasing you. Listen to what I say, leave the past behind for a peace of mind. And every day we will fly, going higher than the sky. But you gotta love me, baby. Treat me just like a lady. Feel the breeze on your skin, chasing sunsets on the beach. I wanna feel wild and free. I'm getting used to it like Caribbean free. It is all I need. You're mine, Caribbean free. It is all I need. You're mine, Caribbean free. Tell me that's all you need. You're mine, Caribbean free. Tell me that's all you need. You're mine, Caribbean free. Tell me that's all you need. You're mine, Caribbean free. Tell me that's all you need.
Gifts and flowers to show you on my mind. Just on buying over in time. Romance is doing fine. Gifts.
Caribbean free. It is all I need. You're mine, Caribbean free. It is all I need. You're mine, Caribbean free. Tell me that's all you need. You're mine, Caribbean free. Tell me that's all you need.
All right. Good evening, everybody. That was Stereo Cool, Caribbean Dream, right here on Philly Funk Radio, TV, and Philly Funk Radio. Well, Philly Funk TV and radio. All right, so we are here live and local, and we are trying to set up right now for something actually on the radio station. Actually, if you are listening to the station right now, after our show will be the morning coffee show with Juan Johnson. We are actually broadcasting right now both on Philly Funk Radio and Philly Funk TV. So we are about to go to our usual guest, Mr. Van Stone, who is live over in the studio. So let's go to Van. Van, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So normally when we do the testing, 1, 2, 3, you usually can hear me before we come on live. So I don't know what happened.
I knew it was working, so no. Well, it wasn't any need for a test because I knew it was working.
Oh, okay. So welcome everyone to 701, and of course I'm Van Stone, the face behind the voice. This is Philly Funk Radio, and we are associate stations with WBSR 1360. Power. WBSR is on YouTube channel. Also WPMR-DM. DB. I'll tell you, it's just so much, so it's hard to really get it together. But I think I said it right. Did I get that last part right, Jerry?
Yep, WPMR-DB.
Okay, great. All right, great. Yep, WPMR-DB. Okay, YouTube channel. So we had a pretty good day today. Hope that you're doing well. Things are still tough. We're here live in Philadelphia, of course. The weather is pretty beautiful. It's going down now. We didn't have any rain, but a nice, mild day, a little cloudy, I would say, and sunny and cloudy. Is it possible? Yes, I guess it is. So that's the forecast for what's been going on here. And tomorrow, I think it's going to be nice again. Later on in the week, a little rain, probably by Friday. So hopefully things are going to be good and pleasant where you are in your state, your location, your city. So just want to give a shout out to my son, once again, Kasim Turpin. He is in New York. I think he's on his way back, where you will see a little more live things dealing with dance and other issues. Of course, Jay Wilson's here all the time in Philly, and he is the face behind the camera. So, of course, let's see. Antoinette, she's not here at the moment, and neither is David Anthony. But we've been promoting some positive things about our fellow team. Today, hopefully you're going to see what happened today. We were actually outside, and we got into what was the health part. Yours truly actually did a little demonstration of some tennis. I know a little bit about tennis. You're going to see that, I think, coming up. What you got, Jerry?
Okay. I just wanted to bring up, we're going to do a short topic tonight. And not sure if you've been keeping up on this, but our president, hate to say it, but has decided to launch an investigation on former President Barack Obama and presidential candidate Joe Biden for supposed, quote-unquote, unnamed criminal activities. So the Attorney General, William Barr, had a press conference today, and they grilled him on it. It was a phone press conference, basically, and they asked him about that, and the Attorney General said that they're going to, quote-unquote, try to do it as fair and impartial as possible because our president was a subject of a malicious prosecution, and just a whole bunch of nonsense. So I was watching that earlier, and I wanted to get your opinion about that, Van.
Well, my opinion is, short and to the point, it's probably not going to go anywhere, and that between both presidents, the last president and the current president, there's just a lot of animosity going on. But this is nothing new, basically, in my opinion, because from time to time, we have the different presidents going way back to Jimmy Carter, coming back up with President Clinton, and, whenever there's something that's going on, one president has a disagreement, and, they might say something a little bit here or there, try to be on the slide, and the current president basically doesn't like it. But it doesn't really matter. Most of the time, nothing happens. Even when you catch the president in a criminal activity, nothing happens to him, as we know. Sad to say, to my knowledge, no sitting president has ever really spent time in jail in modern history. And that's really terrible, So you can go all the way back to the Civil War. The modern president was President Lincoln. And then the other guy, he became president, a real president of the South. And when the whole war was over and after all these people died, the winning president forgave the losing president. So really, what was that? Was that a real civil war? My thing is history. So I just try to answer those questions and tie it all into now. So President Obama, President Trump, It's just, just the things that happen. Then maybe later on, you'll see the two talking, shaking hands, or whatever you want to call it, bumping elbows today.
Well, see,
That's
I
my
think,
short opinion.
well, it seems like President Trump. By the way, I'm hearing echo. I don't know if you have the monitor turned up over on your end.
No, I don't have anything different going on.
Okay, I can hear the stuff coming back. Well, my opinion about that is well, first of all, President Trumpson, I don't want to say the word beginning with A and then with the last word whole. And the fact that he just seems to have I'm trying to be this nice. He just seems to be going after Obama and Biden's legacy very, very tenaciously. And I have never seen a president go after the previous president like that. President Obama isn't even in office, and I think President Trump is a goofball. He's a fool. He has problems speaking. He lies. He does everything. Whereas when President Obama and Biden were in the office, President Obama was very polished. He knew what he was talking about, and he had everything set up. And I think what irritates Trump is that Obama's popularity is higher as an ex-president than Trump's as a current president. And I think what President Trump is trying to do with this false, quote-unquote, investigation is trying to set things up so that he doesn't get prosecuted when he gets out of office. Because if you looked at the press conference earlier, the Attorney General Barr was talking about, well, we really don't want to set a precedent for prosecuting a president for criminal acts, and we're going to be very careful about what we do. So that's my opinion. I think he's trying to set up for Trump not being prosecuted when he gets out of office. And I think he's scared. President Trump is scared. He knows he's probably going to lose, and he's throwing everything up. So, I don't know. Did you want to comment any further on that, Van?
Yeah, I do. Right now you have a person, President Trump, who handles everything as if it's like a high school battle, basically. Not even a college battle. So this is a man who's done this his whole life. And, being the president, he feels he can do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants to say. No decorum, respect. So whenever he says what he says, he's been saying all kinds of stuff about President Obama for the longest before he got into office. Now he's the President Trump. He's still saying the same thing. And but as far as him hoping this is going to keep him from getting, charged based on all the stuff that they said about him, well, maybe he is. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I just think that he's trying to keep his base. The country is still really a terrible country. You have a high percentage of people who are white supremacists, and it is what it is. So they're going to support Trump regardless. Right now, that's what he's trying to hold on to.
The president comes out all the time and says, I don't know why people are saying that I'm a racist and that I'm a white supremacist. And you can look at it this way. His base, the people that are drawn to him, are white supremacists. If you looked at these, quote-unquote, Open America Again rallies where people had guns, they had basically had Nazi flags and everything else, and which, by the way, this is a whole nother show, but you and I, we could never walk around with an AR-15 strapped to our backs and not get shot. I'm just saying, that's a whole nother show. But, of course, even if he's not racist, look at the people that he attracts by his words and by his rhetoric. So I'm going to say he's racist only for the simple fact that he has never adamantly condemned these followers. He feeds off of them, and they feed off him. He loves the attention, and they love the validation for their point. So, that, like I said, we could talk about this on another show, but that's my opinion about that.
Okay. All right. No problem at all. I mean, I agree. Basically, President Trump is a racist. That's the bottom line in short. Right here in Philadelphia, just recently, boy, this whole thing, the Nazi thing, was just done right here in Philly. That's still going on. And they do it at a certain time when nobody knows what's going on. And so you look up and you see these type of things. But as far as carrying the guns and things like that, it's also according to the state rules or whatever that is, the laws. So if it's an open carry law, that shouldn't really make any excuses for the people to do it. They should be shut down, but they're not. But again, I just blame the existing government. The existing government. If they really want to shut all this stuff down, they would put all these type of things on domestic terrorism list. That would just shut it all down. Okay, so what? We have open carry, but this is going too far. So that's it. So call out the National Guard or whatever. But they won't do any of those things. They'll just sit there and they'll allow it to happen and then say, oh, it's terrible, such and such and such. But really, they really don't have a problem with it. That's really the real answer. Even Congress, most people don't know. If you study the Constitution, the power of Congress, and all this kind of stuff, most people don't know Congress does have the power to call out a military force. It does, but they never use it. And it's just like what Trump was saying. He reads a little bit and said, oh, I'm the president. I could do such and such and such. So all this stuff was set in place based on this Constitution, but no one uses it. And you still have the same white supremacist problem. You still have the same craziness. Trump's talking about federalists. He's going way back to George Washington. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just going to be the way it is. When President Obama was there, that's the thing that people complained about him. He was an excellent president, yes. But did he do what he should have done for Black America? No. He should have solved this problem where at least when we have this particular president, he would be able to use these tools. But Obama did not do that. So, and then the next president is not going to do anything either. Whoever, whether it's Trump or Biden,
Well, real quick,
that Trump is, yes,
how do you, the thing with Obama, with him not doing enough for the black community, as you said, I think part of it is racism is so sewn into the fabric of this country, of this land. You have so many points and places that are just racist. The judicial system, even the election system, the way that, like I just said, how white supremacists could walk in the street and carry guns. Granted, it's their Second Amendment right, but let you walk around with a gun. You, Van Stone, walk around with a gun outside. Let's see what happens. Guarantee you it wouldn't be the same result. So I think people had a little too high expectations of Obama. I guess they figured that he would get in there and he would solve all the black people's problems. And the problem with that is he only had 8 years. That's one. Throughout his tenure, he was blocked by the Republicans on a lot of the stuff he tried to do. And again, the foundation of this entire country is based on racism, whereas the people stole land from the indigenous people, from your people and the Native Americans. So it's kind of like that can't be solved in an 8-year period, and I think he did try. you can at least give that to Obama. He did try.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, again, you have to have a balance. Okay, the greatest thing about President Obama becoming president is one thing and one thing only: not solving all the problems of Black Americans, but to actually get rid of the stigmatism, the stereotype, and all the other stuff that was said, in current time about Black people. President Obama knocked that down. That's all we really needed. That was never really allowed through the recent times of your presidents. So that was really powerful because now in conversation, everywhere you go, Black people, the view of Black people is totally different. And because of President Obama, he changed everything. Now Black Americans are the top. They're really viewed as the top. So, yes, he did that. But then he could have done more. He could have. You have to look at what Trump is doing. Trump is using the power. He's abusing the power. And he's doing everything wrong. So imagine if President Obama would have done certain things as the president and just said this and that and so forth and so on, that too went a long way. That's what people are talking about. So we're not talking about the people who just, they expected because he was Black and he was just going to solve all the problems. We're talking about the people of intelligence, the people who are on the ground, the people who are also in the trenches where they can get certain things done and they needed just a little more. That's where President Obama could have done more. Because, like, right now, he has endorsed Biden. That's a powerful thing. If it wasn't powerful or wasn't necessary, he wouldn't have endorsed anybody. So that shows, something right there. And right now, Biden needs President Obama's endorsement because so many Black people are on the fence. They really don't know what to do based on what's actually going on. So, that's like the short, but you can't just ignore the fact that President Obama could have done a lot more, and some simple things he could have done, but he didn't do. So now, the next president, if it's Biden, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. So I can tell you that now.
All
That's
right.
just my opinion.
All right, well, let's take a short break, and we will be right back.
Taking care of yourself is also taking care of others. We are all in this together.
All right. We are back, and we have Mr. Van Stone on the line on our video. There he is right there. And we're going to get to the segment that he recorded earlier before we go. And Van, do you want to tell him exactly what this segment is about? Do an introduction.
Okay, so the segment is social distancing and the COVID-19 dilemma pandemic. We hope it doesn't come and in endemic. I mean, they got names for all this stuff. That means it's never going to go away. So right now they're fighting really hard to try to come up with a solution and vaccine and all kinds of stuff. Right now, we know for sure, according to the scientists, it's still going to take them about a year and a half to really say we have something where everybody can feel safe. So continue wearing your mask. Please do not fall for the foolishness of people who are in control. That's why this segment is so important, because you must have healthy exercise, but at the same time, do not ignore the dangers. So how do you do that? I've told you before, at home, you can do some exercises like this and like this, and you can watch in place, you can run in place. But for those people who really can get outside, some of the best places you can go out is a tennis court. Where there's, you can take your kids there, playground is nearby. Stay away from basketball, even one-on-one basketball. Please stay away from it. You see somebody doing it, it is too close of contact, and it's possible you're going to get sick. With tennis, however, you can see from this next clip coming up, it's more than 6 feet, more than 12 feet distance. It's healthy. You can run around. You can walk a little bit. So you don't really even have to be in tip-top, super-duper shape. And if you're not good at it, this is a fun way to start something new. Like I'm of age now, so I'm not supposed to just give up exercise or sports. So, look at some of the professional athletes. Actually, the latest thing was the controversy about Jordan and how, Jordan's greatest basketball player. And then if you look at him now, he let himself get away a little bit. And if you notice that so many great athletes, after they stop playing for whatever reason, their internals fall apart. They begin to get sick. That's another discussion. So if you really are healthy, try this. Take your kids with you. It's also economically good at this time. A tennis racket is like $10. You don't need to go out and get a brand new one. So, and a tennis ball, you can get a tennis ball for like 50 cents. And I'm not making this up. So it's just a great exercise. So that's what's coming up. So I'm demonstrating how to play tennis.
All right, well, let's get to it right now.
All right, check it out. Okay.
That looks good, man. Okay. All right. So Van Stone here, everyone. Power WVSR 1360. How's everyone? Of course, we're here in Philadelphia. It's a beautiful day. And the weather should be maybe, I'm going to say 60, should be a little warmer, but we are doing a little surprise segment for you here, as I had said to you, dealing with Philly Funk Radio. And of course, YouTube. We're on YouTube, so that you know, at Power WVSR YouTube. We're also on Philly Funk Radio, which is WPMR-DB, YouTube. I'm here with my tech man, Jerry Wilson, and of course, this is Van Stone, the face behind the voice. And I had said for a while, dealing with the COVID-19, I would talk to you about 3 things constantly, which is health, fitness, and consumer. So now, I'm showing you a demonstration of what health is about during this time of the COVID-19, okay? So as you look here on the tennis court, if you notice, with the tennis racket, this is something definitely that we could do, which is safe and healthy. Tennis is a long-time sport that Black Americans has been in the premier and the lead of doing for quite some time, going way back. But I'm gonna just go back to Arthur Ashe, because he's one of the most well-known that most people can easily look up and be familiar with. Now, myself, a tennis player, I've been playing since I was a little guy, in my, teens, younger than that a little bit, but really getting into it seriously since I was been a young guy, teenager. And in West Philadelphia, this is one of the great spots to play. We have so many great locations in Philly known for tennis, and for young people, so they can learn how to play tennis. This is a great time. It's surrounded by a nice area. You can see playground, park, grass, and here at the highway. So everything is safe. Safe. That's the main thing. So how do you do this? You can just get a friend, one person. You can stay your distance here, and you can tap the ball back across with your forehand here and there. Or you can do your backhand here and there. Or you can do over top, which is the serve, or underhand, either way. So I have a cover, of course, on my tennis racket, and in the future, you're going to see me play a little bit. You know, I think that this is something we've been trying to encourage young people to get into for a very long time. And here with my partner, come on over here just for a second. My partner, I call him Steve, the tennis guy. We're doing social distancing, so this is safe. This is Steve. Also, he's a professional teacher, educator. So this is a great way too for kids or young adults or young adults to learn, be safe in tennis. So how long you been playing tennis, Steve?
Oh, I started in college, taking some classes, and then I didn't play for a long while, but now it's been about 3 years.
Oh my goodness. So he started in college. Isn't that something? And me, you know, just really, I don't hardly know how to play at all that much, but he is so kind, you know, to actually allow someone like myself to go on the court with him. So even though tennis is a competition game, it's also a learning experience and a sharing game, correct?
It is. And he just shared some misinformation. He's very good. Very good. All right? He started teaching me how to come back. So that's how that goes.
Yeah, well, I'm a semi-professional tennis player. I don't tell much people, but for our show, you know, we're just doing that to let you know that I tell you, many of us have taken this sport seriously, and it's such a relaxation sport. You can do so well and enjoy yourself. And the thing here is winning is not just everything, but it's exercise. So you do a little bit of running around, and even if you're a little older, you have a little arthritis, it's good for you to be stretching here and there. You can take your time, play close up to the net or further back. So all right, Steve, you can go ahead and warm up a little bit. I'm going to get on the court with Steve in a few minutes. And like I said, if anyone is interested in learning more about tennis, you can contact myself, Van Stone, on Facebook. We're going to get out here from now through the spring, through all summer long, because we have to be positive and believe that we can do this together, okay? Contact us on Facebook, Van Stone Facebook, Philly Funk Radio, okay? Email us at vspfoundation@yahoo.com or frontpagenews.1, frontpagenews1@yahoo.com. All right, so I'm going to take the cover off here for now, and I'm going to go on the court and I'm going to hit a little bit. Usually just put the cover right here. And last but not least, this also ties into Black Geographic. Okay, so you're going to learn as much as you can about what we do. All right, stay close and watch me a little bit. That's fine. All right, here we go, guys. Good hit.
All right. That was our segment with the one and only Van Stone. We did that earlier. You got to love, you know what I love about it, Van? I love, are you there, by the way?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you were back up. I actually love whoever did the camera work on that. They're excellent.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're gonna go back out, hopefully this week, and we're gonna do some other segments, and we're gonna bring it to you right here on Philly Funk Radio and Philly Funk TV, as well as Power WVSR. So we're about to get out of here, but I wanted to ask Van, is there anything that you wanted to say in closing?
So in closing, as you can see, be positive, even though the weather is changing. Please do not go out and look for destructive things. Look for positive things, and if we have more time later on, there was a family on the other tennis court. Seemed like a father and mother with a bunch of kids. They bought toys and everything. Kids running around. They had a basketball. So the tennis court, believe it or not, you don't just have to play tennis, and that's the whole point. Earlier, when I checked on the courts to see everything was good, it had guys in there who were doing roller skating. So that was really like back in the day. That I wish we would have caught them when we came up. That was really nice. So that means that people are still doing roller skating. They're still doing it to the music. They had their own music, and they was just two guys skating around side by side, doing their little moves. And the music sounds good too, and they look good, So if you are into skating, hey, get on back to those things, Just take your time. Take your time. That's the main thing. So next time I will remind everybody to do a little stretching and so on and so on. But other than that, let's stay positive, and hopefully we will get through this thing, COVID-19, together. That's my update.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us, as always, on Philly Funk Radio and Philly Funk TV. So we're about to get out of here for the night. But again, we'll try to do this again tomorrow night right here on Philly Funk Radio. We are broadcasting live and local from our studios located near Philadelphia International Airport. We'd like to give shout-outs right now to Michael, co-worker of mine who's actually out there watching. I would like to also give a shout-out to one of our featured artists on Philly Funk Radio, who I actually spoke to yesterday, Mr. Never Sleep Boy. I spoke to him yesterday, and there's some good things coming later on down the road. I can't announce it, but there's some things coming with Never Sleep Boy. And tomorrow, we're going to run his video. Again, if you've never seen Let's Feel the Night, we're going to run that again tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for joining us, everybody. Again, shout out to Michael Green. How you doing? Shout out to Never Sleep Boy. Also, anyone else who is checking us out right here on Facebook Live and YouTube, right here on Philly Funk Radio, broadcasting live and local from the beautiful city of Philadelphia, PA. Good night.